Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Family Ties is a board game based on a 1980s television show starring none other than Michael J. Fox, Meredith Baxter Birney, and other people like Justine Bateman, who you may know as Jason Bateman's sister. This was a kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I liked this show back in the day when I was a kid, believe it or not. I think everybody liked Alex P. Keaton, and he was a funny character who went on to do great things like Back to the Future and other movies that he's been in. Michael J. Fox is definitely an icon. Well, this is a game based on that television show. If you've watched that show, you know that this is going to be pretty thin with the plot because it doesn't really translate to a board game very well, although they do take some interesting plots from the series and introduce it into the board game. Now, temper your expectations because this is a 1980s board game based on a 1980s television show. So in this one, what the Keaton family is trying to do is trying to get a picture together. So you have a hand of cards and you're trying to get, you can only ever have 6 cards and you're trying to get one of each of the family members. At the same time, somebody will be randomly dealt Skippy at the beginning of the game and you don't want him. You cannot win if he's in your hand because he's taking up one of the 6 slots, thus you want to have 6 of the family members. Skippy is the next door neighbor. So Skippy will be moving around from player to player, kind of ruining your hand, if you will. And at the same time, you start the game with $50. You need 100 in order to win. So you need all 6 family members in your hand. You can only have 6 cards in your hand. Must have 6 cards. And you must have $100. There's a couple things that you're doing here. Now, the game itself is roll and move. Boo! It's got random flipping a card to see what happens to you. Boo! But that hand management is actually pretty interesting. Even though how it happens, usually through random things happening to you, isn't. There is a trading transition that you can do in the game where you can trade a little bit, kind of like Settlers of Catan, which I liked quite a bit. That was probably the fun part. Now, I gotta grade this as a game. As a game, it's probably a 3 or 4. You're not going to want this one. Maybe with small kids, you want to introduce some trading with them, but I'm not sure anybody outside Family Ties fans are going to like it. But as a television tie-in IPP, this is actually one of the better games that I've played. I like the hand management. I like the trading quite a bit. The roll and move and flipping of the cards, obviously not as much. But if you're looking for a TV base, this was something that appealed to you, there's actually a little bit of a game here more than some of these that I've played, and I would recommend this for fans of the show. For me, I'm probably going to keep this because of nostalgia value. I think the kids and I can play it, even if they don't know what's going on, putting the family photo together. It could just be a random family. It doesn't matter. So the theme is not going to play to them, but it will play for me. So it'll be a keeper for me for that respect. I'm not going to play this with my gamer buddies, of course, but there are some interesting things in there, especially considering this is a 1980s board game based on a television show. So this for me would be a keeper. Now my copy didn't come with rules, so I had to print those off online, but I read through the rules, and I can't show them to you because they're online. I didn't print them out. I just kind of read them on my iPad. But they're actually very good. The rules are crispy clear. They weren't printed on the board box like a lot of games at that time. There was a rule sheet. I can't tell the quality of it because I don't have a copy, but it was very clear, and I could read it within 5 minutes, and I was up and playing. Here's what the game will look like set up. You will have your characters, whoever you want to play as. You can play with any of the players except for Skippy. You'll start here. You have your Say Cheese and your Don't Blink, and you'll have your money set up over there. Everybody will start the game out with $50. In addition, you will have 6 cards in your hand. These will be randomized, and you will have 6 cards, and one person in their 6 cards will have the Skippy card. In order to win the game, you have to have 1 card of each family member in your hand. So each card has to be different because there's 6 family members and only 6 cards that can be in your hand. And if you have the Skippy card in your hand, you cannot win because it would take the place of one of the family members. And you must have $100. On a turn, you simply roll the dice and you move that many spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do whatever spot that you land on. Some of the spots will allow you to take a Say Cheese card, which will be an additional character from the show. If you already have it, or you're already up at 6, and you have to discard a card, I already have an least card, so I'll just get rid of one of my cards. It doesn't matter which one. Some of the cards that you'll get will have you move the Skippy around the board. You never want to be the player with Skippy, but keep in mind, somebody at all times will have the Skippy, and thus are in a position to not win the game. You also will get these Don't Blink cards, which will have different Take That things on it. So Alex and Andrew went to the shopping mall to watch Wall Street News on the big screen, discard an Alex or Andrew card. So if you had an Alex or Andrew, then you would have to discard this card, hoping you could get it back at some other point. Let's take a look at a couple more of these. Mallory's boyfriend puts a piece of his environmental art, junk sculpture, on your front lawn. You get fined for running a junkyard without a license. You have to give up $10. Elise can't be there to pose for the portrait. She has to go to her people who are against people who are against people meeting. Discard an Elise card. Hands off. And there'll be things that you can do. Now, the most interesting part of the game is this hand management, where you're trying not only to try to get Skippy out of your hand, but you're trying to get one of each player. Now, the way they go about that, of being a random play, isn't that much fun, but it is fun trying to do this. Now, there is a position in the game where you can be trading. People think Settlers of Catan, where you can trade cards off for money. Obviously, nobody's going to take Skippy from you, but if you had 2 Andrews, you want to get rid of an Andrew and maybe get $20 in return, you can do so. You also have these spaces on the board where you can go to the left or the right, depending on which min-max you want to do or maybe what you're trying to accomplish. But that's the game of Family Ties. First person to get all 6 players and have $100 wins the game. Who should buy this game? I will say that the game should be bought by anybody who's a fan of Family Ties, if you're that nostalgia and you want to play a game based on Family Ties. Duh, right? That's nothing that's going to surprise you or be groundbreaking. If you have little kids and you want to play, I think that this would be something they could play because it's got the roll and move they're familiar with. It's got a little bit of trading so they can start to learn values of things, and that hand management is really, really neat. Now, you're going to say, well, they've never seen an episode of Family Ties. That's fine, because in the show, you're putting a mom, dad, daughter, son, and a little brother together and another little sister. So that's kind of, they're going to understand the concept of siblings and moms and dads and that kind of thing. Now, if you want to talk to him about Skippy, how he's a neighbor and he's joking around and popping up and leave kind of like the stalkerish stuff that was funny in the 80s that probably isn't funny now, you can. Or you can say, hey, this is a neighbor and he's popping up for a laugh or something, or you can't have him in your hand. He's a joker or something. And that's fine. I think that'll play well. So more for kids, more for nostalgia, more for fans of Family Ties. If you like board game tie-ins with these kind of IPs, which I do, then this one is actually a decent game compared to a lot of the dribble that we get. So I'll be keeping it, but whether this will fit your collection or not. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel, lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else.